stopped playing for a while. I went back, and I even looked at a FAQ, and I was like,
Really?
some minor thing I missed to move anywhere forward. The crow kept flying around, and we wouldn't like.
That crow is terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he
Terrible.
fucking telling me? Like, I go this way, and he flies over there. If I go
Yep.
this way, he goes over there. Like, what is that
Terrible.
telling me? Nothing.
I agree.
So I really was into the game. I was really into playing it, and I got stuck, and I quit playing it, and I'm sad.
Yeah, I went back to it because I was like, I'm gonna finish this game. I don't really like it. I love the first one too.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed.
Did you finish the first one?
Yep.
Wow.
First one's awesome.
Plus, on my fucking new gaming rig, like, it runs at, like, some just stupid...
Wait, you play games on PC?
Dude, I've become...
Dude, you're out of here.
I've become a total Steam fanatic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We get plenty of shit for like people yelling at us if we don't play enough PC games.
Speaking of, did you see what else I'm playing?
Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition? Or Baldur's Gate Enhanced. You're not playing that on iOS, you're playing on PC?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you ever play Baldur's Gate?
Yeah.
So why are you going back to play Baldur's Gate again?
Because it's an awesome game and I totally forgot it. I mean, it all feels fresh and... I mean, I don't think I'm going to spend 50 hours on it to finish it, but I'm enjoying the nostalgia trip.
I think the iOS version got delayed too. Like that.
It did. They
Yeah,
had
I
like
just saw
they
that.
found they hit another critical bug right before release,
Yeah.
which is kind of a bummer. It's always a bummer when that hits. That's wait, no, the monitor's not up yet. Yeah, the engineer's not even there yet. The
All right.
engineer's not even there.
The show is not starting yet.
The show's not starting yet. Yeah, let's finish it. But we have a great end to talk about Darksiders because we can talk about the crazy backlash over Humble Bundle THQ.
Holy shit, yeah.
What was the backlash?
So,
Well, it's a humble bundle for a giant...
My mom is...
which side are you on the fence? Are you on this?
I'm confused. I mean, I don't want them to go away. I think it's bad that big companies like that could just die, but, you know, the humble bundle's kind of meant for the little guy and trying to get more exposure for, you know,
Yeah.
small projects.
No, I understand
that
that.
need that, so...
But it doesn't hurt anything to have
No,
one.
it doesn't hurt.
That's the
And
thing is,
I
I
think
don't
that's
understand.
where I come from. I think the bottom line is, like, it's not hurting
Like,
anybody.
Kuchera and Orland are like off the deep end of, oh my god, this tarnishes the reputation of bundles, and there'll never be another humble. They can't do humble bundle anymore. They've obviously thrown it all away because they didn't stick to their principles. I'm like, wait a minute, they're just selling shit. What are you talking about? Their principles? This isn't like a serious.
It's kind of a special occasion. These guys need a hand, right? You know, can we just...
Now, when they kick off the THQ Kickstarter in a few weeks, that might be a little.
I mean,
a little
it's
far.
not like they're supporting people
But-
who are like, you know, terrible human rights violations. They're just they're like selling a publisher who wanted to sell their shit and support charity. And by the way, when you do bundle, you can actually give nothing to the publisher. So you could actually set it to $0 for THQ and send everything that you paid for it to charity and to, you know, humble bundle tip.
So really,
Kinda
there's no,
weird.
there isn't a whole lot to complain about then in this.
There's
case.
nothing to complain about. You could get right now the average for the 7 games is at like just over $5.
Well, dude, and
And it's a ridiculous collection of
Yeah.
Too bad I already
Yeah.
have them all on Steam. I've
Bunch
quite a
more.
bit of Nintendo Land.
All right, so we should talk about some
Yeah,
Wii U because
I played a bunch of Nintendo Land too, and some
Had some
Mario.
responses.
Yeah, I played some Mario too.
had some responses on Wii U.
I tried to play some more Zombie U, and I was like, you know what? I don't like this feeling.
I was going to ask. I saw you
it's
tweet
like-
about that. You
it's
said,
grim, right?
"Okay, I
It's
want
just
to talk to you about that."
I love it in theory. I don't like playing it.
It's just too much.
It's just like
It
I'm
works too
stressed
well.
out. I don't want to do that.
That's how the Walking Dead. Everyone's like fucking just coming all over the place about this game, and I'm like, dude, I have a long day. I go home. Like the last thing I want to do is like
Be
go to some
depressed?
fucked up place
Yeah.
and make this depressing night. You know, like just.
That's so
I
me,
get
dude.
it, and I want to like do it, but I just don't want to deal with it.
That's so me. I sit there and I look at Zombie U on the table, and I'm like, I
All
want
right,
to
so
play
we'll talk about
that.
this. This is the show. We'll do that. We'll do that as well.
I'm gonna put Mario in.
Uh,
Oh, that feels better.
Right.
we've seen Skulls a bunch, so it'd be cool to talk about like what you've evolved over the past. I don't know. You've been working on that for 10 years, right?
3.5 years.
10 years. You left Sega 10 years ago, so you've been on Skulls for 10, 12 years now.
It kind of feels like that way.
Did you leave like an Easter egg inside a game where it's like coming soon, Skulls of Shogun?
No, I should have put in that original piece of concept art that I did. It was like the characters, it was like the first couple character sketches, and I was like, coming spring 2010. That didn't pan out.
hey, optimism, right? Optimism.
I'll be done with this in a couple months. Should be easy.
But there's the first gameplay trailer of Company of Heroes 2,
Oh, I know. It looks awesome.
and it
Ooh, I
looks
didn't see
awesome. And I think it would be like everyone's trying to figure out how to still do strategy games, and I'm optimistic for that. And XCOM's done really well on PC, so it's a good time to talk about.
Did it not do well on consoles?
I suspect it has not done that well on console.
I would assume, yeah, if you're really into
because
that, you'd want to play it on PC, I would think, but...
2K said they're really happy with the sales numbers, but the retail box sales numbers were not that good, and if you bought it box, that means you bought PS3 or 360, but if you bought it digitally, it means you bought it Steam, which means you bought PC, and they're happy with that, which means most people are probably playing on Steam. And look at the background on it, it's XCOM.
Yeah. I just was wondering if it had a crossover to a new audience or not. Sounds like not.
Yeah, that's the thing, is how do you get to that point, right? Like, that's what Nintendo was genius at with,
Pikmin?
No, the DS game you patterned skulls off of some. Which is
Advance
Wars. I mean, Advance Wars was the shit, right?
Right.
You love it so much.
And yet it crossed over. It like effortlessly crossed over. Like, that's what we should talk about. How did Advance Wars?
I never think about that game when I think about my favorite games of all time, but I think Advance Wars
is up there. It's probably in my top 5.
By the way, our listeners are awesome. I'm buying a DSi XL from one of our listeners for $50.
Cool.
So excited.
What about 3DS XL?
Fuck 3DS. I hate the 3DS. I've really come to the point where I hate it.
I love it. How can you say that?
Because the lenticular 3D really gives me a headache.
Turn it off.
But then,
or just turn it way down.
But here's where my stupid OCD ethics play in, or not ethics, but aesthetics play in, is that I can't stand that the top screen is not the same size as the bottom screen.
On the 3DS, like the nice redone, all the 2D sprite version in 3D, and it's just fucking awesome. It looks beautiful. It plays great. Like, I could take it and play it, taking a shit, and I'm like fucking shooting, and I'm like, action games. I love this. Like, why can't someone come up with a fucking standardized controller for mobile devices where you could play action games on it? Like, someone's gonna do it someday, and it's just gonna be the end of the world. Like, Apple's gonna just
you think people want that? Jeff, you had that thing that was from. Let's just do the show.
Do you not think that that's basically what the Wii U is?
That thing.
What was that thing? With me everywhere.
Right.
I don't have it in my pocket everywhere.
Moga.
Yeah.
And
did you like it? It gets really personal at the end, but I thought that was better when you story was really cool.
It wasn't that it wasn't interesting.
Oh wait, I think I know what you're talking about. Wait, are you the ones that are coded?
At least you didn't. Remola is Home Alone.
But you know what?